All right, everybody, welcome to the Studying Brew, episode 864 on this beautiful Wednesday night. We are so happy to have you here because tonight is free content night. Yeah, that's right. We're going to have splits. We're going to talk about splits. It was a conversation that gaslit Brandy, and after the brew, she was like, what is this person saying about splits? And it's all wrong. So she got all inspired to put this together tonight so we can understand the splits. Guys, this is something that not only happens in your exams, but it just happens in the real world. It happens all the time, and this is just part of the game. So we're going to have a great little free content tonight, and I hope you enjoy it. My name is Andy. I'm the guy that runs the back office over here at KonaButterflyz. I answer all the phone calls, text messages, and I put the music on before the show. That's what I do. That's what my job is. But you're not here for me pushing buttons. No, you're here for Brandy. She's got her Series 6, 63, 26, Series 65, and her Series 7, which makes her more than qualified to teach you all the things you need to know so that way you too can get securities license and really float into that tax season, lowering people's liabilities. Yeah. Guys, that's key, right?
Yes.
So we're so happy to have this going. So let's just get to it, Brandy. We're just going to get going. How about it, right?
Let's do it.
This is our free session. We do this Monday through Thursday. It is free. You can find us on you can find these replays on Patreon. You can find them on YouTube. You can find it all kinds of places on Discord. Guys, this is just our free stuff. We do have a paid program. We actually have content. We have an academy that's kicking off next week. We got a lot of stuff going on. We got this week, we are focusing in on passing exams.
Yeah.
Techniques, strategies, all that great stuff. Plus, if you remember, you get access also, just like everybody else, to the Kona community, the message board where you can get help, ask help. You can get that for free. We got the study guides, SIE 6 and 63. We just zero in on what's tested in an easy way.
Yes.
To understand. Guys, it's great. And then we have an interactive part of our SIE. If you're a member, you get video explanations as you go through that guide. And like I said, we got the Kona Academy. We have a 21-day program that is self-study. So if you don't want to wait for the Kona Academy to start, you can do the 21-day and just knock that out yourself. And we got the Instagram, we got the Telegram, everything on the screen. I said 951-290-3077. That's where you reach me at. Call me, text me. Just do that.
Yeah.
Guys, text me though. But if you call me, I'll call you back if I don't answer.
Yes.
It's been a busy week.
He's really good at that.
I try. I'm going to say this last week, it's been distracted, as you guys all I've noted,
Yes.
that, I've been dealing with some loss here. So it's looking like I'm going to start getting a little bit more focused for a little bit. And then I'll get back to you as soon as I can.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Right.
Yep.
All right. What do we got for reminders, Brandy?
Just this one.
I was just waiting for you. Why did you do this again? Why do you do this to me? I make stuff and you don't use it. Every time. All right, Tuesday through Thursday, Friday, whatever. On the bottom, we have that session tomorrow. I have an amazing one.
No, I know.
You do it to me.
I'll use it tomorrow.
The last day of this whole week, of this whole schedule. You're just gonna get it together.
Guys.
Right on.
Him distracted is
You explain
me
it.
distracted to
You explain it.
what?
This on the screen.
Oh, so guys, tomorrow and Friday, Kona members, all members, we're doing
I give up.
techniques, questions and answers.
Hey, you should spend an hour or two and make one just for this.
Hey,
all right.
Look, guys, seriously.
I won't use it, but
he is my focus, and when he's not focused, I'm not focused. Even worse.
Anyways, so we'll do that tomorrow.
Yes. Find that graph.
All right, we ready?
Yes.
We ready to go? Are we sure? Any other surprises? I know I made you 2 other graphics that you're supposed to show, but that's all right. Anyways, let's just move on. Let's get to it. Tonight we got a long topic. We got a great free topic tonight, so I just want to get right to it. This tonight, like I said, the topic for tonight is splits.
Yes.
If you join us in all of our paid stuff, Brandy goes into great detail. Remember, this is the free content. This is just the free that we do. If you want more, there's more. But tonight we're gonna have fun with this. We're gonna take something straight out of the headlines, or what?
Yeah, we're gonna use the headlines to talk about this topic.
All right. As always, when we show stuff that's from the news, just realize that we have to say this because Brandy has her Series 65 and her Series 7, which requires me to say this. Remember, anything that we say on here, and when it talks about real world stocks that are actually in the market, this is not in any way for you to be recommend. We are not in any way recommending any stocks, bonds, any kind of securities whatsoever for you to go ahead and invest in. This is not investment advice. This is not a research report. This is just purely educational. And as always, all investments, all retirement plans, all that stuff all has risk. So you should always do a suitability, meet with somebody who's licensed, pick and do your own research, and make sure that you choose what is right for you and yours. So there you go.
Yes.
All right, you ready?
Yes. So, guys, I feel like I need to preface this because not everybody was on.
Oh, well, I'll say this because someone said I'm here for the SIE first. Yo, so when we go through this stuff, guys, doesn't matter where you're at, where you're from, what have you even started yet?
No.
This is a great way to get into it because guess what? When you start studying, they just dump you right in the middle anyway. It doesn't matter.
It's very true. This is like honestly, I think splits is going to be, I don't even know what chapter, but in all seriousness, this was really key for me, guys, when I was studying and then I'd see a news article or whatever, and I'm like, oh my gosh, dude, I understand somewhat what they're saying, and it made me want to study more in all seriousness. And so it's awesome, right? But this conversation, I totally forgot to mention this on Monday. There was a huge corporation that did a stock split. I usually like to talk about that stuff like in the news type of thing, but just off the radar this weekend. But what this really kind of stemmed from was that somebody asked us and told us that on somebody else on their social media posted about how this is like the worst thing that could possibly happen and that it spells out certain doom and like stock splits are horrible. And that's basically the tone of the message. So, dump your stocks and come invest with me, but not really invest. But anyways, the point is,
By the way, this misinformation was put out there by a person who represents a company that doesn't do securities at all.
yes.
And they were really trying to steer people towards life insurance as a retirement plan. And if you're listening to me, life insurance is not a retirement plan. It says it in the title. It's life insurance. It's not retirement.
Yeah, it's called life insurance.
So you have to. So when you hear stuff out on, I know that this is crazy, guys. I know this is crazy. I'm going to say something that's nuts. Everything you hear on the internet is not true always.
Wait, what?
It's not always true.
No, it's not.
Yeah.
No. And guys, and so this really kind of sparked my interest because I was like, one, this is a topic seen on multiple exams. We have it in our content and that stuff, but I'm going to use it as a diving board to talk about this content.
Well, let's dive in.
Yes. So guys, back on January 30th, Walmart announced that they were going to do a 3-for-1 split. Now, I want you guys to really kind of pay attention on how I say this, right? A 3-to-1, a 3-for-1 split. Okay. Notice you don't see it 1-to-3. Notice it doesn't say reverse on there.
Right.
And guys, you can see from where I pulled this information from, it came straight from the corporate Walmart's website, right? So January 30th, they announced it. Sometime in like mid to late February, some Walton family members decided to sell some stock off. Guys, when rich, wealthy CEO families sell off stock of their company, it has nothing to do with anything other than they need to pay their bills.
They're not selling stock off because they're like the ship's going down.
And it's reported anyways.
No. Yeah. It's not why they do that.
Right. And then guys, just kind of these things that I highlighted here, these are all kind of things that you guys are going to see a little bit differently presented, but stuff that you guys are going to see in your studying materials, proportionate, outstanding stock awards, warrants, conversion prices, buybacks, common stock dividends, Form 8K, right? And then authorized shares of stock. All of these words you guys have seen in your studying.
All of them.
All of them. Everything that I highlighted there.
Here they are working it in the real world.
Right? So then I was like, okay, let's see what the news is saying. Right? Let's say what the real news is saying.
Isn't it?
No. Retail Walmart recently completed its first stock split in 25 years. That means after Friday's closing bell, investors Walmart stock received 3 shares for every one they already owned. So, vocabulary word number 1, stock splits go to people who already own the stock. Right?
Yeah, I owned it before this happened.
Yeah. Now, look at this next thing. A stock split occurs when a company increases the number of its outstanding shares by issuing more shares to existing shareholders in proportion to their current holdings. This results in a decrease in the individual share price while keeping the total market capitalization unchanged. So if you had $10,000 worth of Walmart stock before the split, guess what?
You still have 10,000?
You still have $10,000
Whoa.
worth of stock after the splits. Okay. And then, this one kind of goes off, kind of to, and it basically says, most often this is done by management to increase the liquidity of its shares, basically easier to sell, and to make its shares more affordable for prospective investors, as well as reward existing investors. Okay. So that's what we're going to talk about today. So basically saying, guys, $150 for Walmart stock was too expensive. They decided to split the stock 3-to-1. So they decreased its price, making it more attainable for the average person.
I think they made it a true value. See what I did there?
Right? So let's talk about it, right? So basically what happened is Walmart stock was trading at $50 a share.
Do you think they put a blue sticker on it? No.
It is overvalued right now. Anyways. So it was trading at $150 per share before the split. Okay. Oops. I don't even know what that was.
I write my own material, guys. I write my own jokes.
Right before the split. After the split, it was, and guys, don't quote me on the exact dollar amount. It was like 149. It split. It went, okay. So,
oh, sorry, I was wrong. My statistician over here and my fact checker told me it's actually called the great value.
oh,
got it. Yeah. They put a great value on it. Thank you.
sorry. After the share. I mean, after the splits. Okay. So now, guys, the way we teach it is very simply this. You guys saw me put this number up and price down, right? While the value stays the same.
So that's the objective. We're creating more stock.
Yes.
We're creating more.
Yes.
For less.
Yes. So, okay, and this all happened on February 23rd, which was last Friday.
And keep in mind, if you have $10,000 worth of stock, right?
Mm-hmm.
You still have 10,000.
Yes. So let's talk about it. So if I had one share and that one share was $150 and I split that share into 3 pieces, I now have 50, 50, 50.
Hey, guys, let's look at that right there. Now that you have those 3 boxes there that are still valued, each one of them at 50, does that not still equal 150?
You guys with me so far? Okay, awesome. Right? So, the only other math you guys are really going to have to do, well, first of all, let me just say this. Our number of shares increased, right? We went from 1 to 3. And then our price dropped, right? We went from 150, right? That's a forward split, guys. That's a split. I went from a big piece to a bunch of small pieces.
But those small pieces still equal 150.
Yes, I'm so glad you keep saying this because I think that we miss that concept so many times.
Right.
So I tell people, if you have if you were given, right, let's just say here, let's say you had 60 shares at at 150. Okay. I think I did my math right. Right. At 150. And they announce a 3-to-1 split. We know that number goes up.
I'm going to have more.
And price goes down. That's your content right there.
So I know.
Yes.
That I'm going to have 3 times more than 60.
Right. Or before you even get there, Guys, how do you increase your number? Do you multiply or divide?
Multiply.
How do you decrease your number? Multiply or divide?
Divide.
So if I multiply times 3
Yes.
and I divide by 3,
Yes.
I now have 180
And 80?
shares at $50 each.
Still equals
Whatever that is.
150.
Come on, let me see.
I still have
Whatever that is.
150 though. They were worth 150, right?
50 times 150 equals $9,000. And then 180 times 50 equals what?
9,000.
$9,000.
So what's the benefit of this? Okay, so let's get down to the brass tacks of it. What does this do for me as that person who just got that split up, Brandy? What does that do for me?
Well, what that does for you, sir.
'Cause I see the benefit to the company, but what does it do for me, baby?
Well, what it does for you is
Because I just got a great value.
it's is instead of one share working really hard, now you have 3 shares working hard for you.
So basically, I went from 60 to 180 shares now working.
Yes.
Instead of having only 60 shares in this company, I now have 180 shares.
Right. I was hoping for something a little bit more exciting than this, but as of the close today, it's at $59 a share.
Woo!
I know.
But hey, I'll take it.
Times 3. So you already increased. If you only had one stock, if you only owned one stock, from Friday to today, you went up $27. You went up in value $27 just in 1 week, simply because of the split.
So that 9,000 one, what is that? What's that? What did I get there?
180.
I did the 60 share thing, and then now I got 180, Brandy. What's that leave me with?
10,120.
I'll take it.
You're up what?
1,620. $1,600.
In a week.
In a week, you made 1,600. Now, how is that a bad thing? Do you see how disinformation can be damaging to your financial freedom? That's what we're talking about here.
Now let's yes. Let's do the mention of the reverse split, because these are the weirdest things on the planet. Let's just take the word split. First of all, let's just take the word split. When I split, we already talked about how I increased my number, right?
Yeah.
So what in the planet is a reverse split?
I know.
Like, how do you reverse a split?
You tape it back together, Brandy.
Boom.
You tape it back together. I had a piece of paper. I cut it in half. I went, oopsie. That X is no longer X anymore. I need to tape it back together because that person's coming over. We need to reverse that split.
So does that mean you decrease the number of shares?
Yeah.
That means that if I had, let's just pretend that I was at $5. Let's do $8.
By the way, is anybody, well, I know that kids don't do it now because we have camera phones and everything, but remember back in my day, we had pictures and we would, you have the actual printed copy.
Yeah.
Has anybody ever done that where you cut the person out and then you realize you're back together again and you have to tape it back together before they come over?
What happened to that picture? Oh, my dog ate it.
That's awkward.
My dog got it down from the thing and broke the frame and
Whoops.
So
I don't know why you have a mustache.
all right. So huge hint, guys. A huge hint in test world. If you see a single digit number, like a single digit price per share, it's probably going to be a reverse split. Because what they're doing here is they're trying to avoid being delisted. You guys remember that stuff called penny stock?
So what you're saying is if the price goes too low, you're not allowed to be on the list anymore.
No.
They're like, you're not even worth it to be even on the list.
Right. I purposely wrote that in pink, guys, because you guys might know this as the pink sheets.
It's kind of like when you go to Vegas and you realize you're not a baller and you can't afford to sit at the $100 table and you look for that dollar table. That's kind of like the pink sheets.
Yes. And also by increasing the price per share, you also make it more attractive.
Right. And there's a lot of people over there at that dollar table, you know what I mean? And then depends on how much you lose, you might looking for that quarter table.
Penny slots. Exactly.
You're at the penny slot trying to roll big and trying to understand why they don't get free drinks at the penny slots.
Dude, okay. So guys, there was a time when these machines actually gave you money, not just printed out a receipt.
Cool.
So when you hit the penny slots and you won $20, dude, it was
It
like,
sounded like you were a millionaire.
dude, and you're like, oh, I just won $20.
Yeah, it's $20. Everybody calm down. It's only $20.
Okay. So that's a huge hint. Like, I can't hint you guys enough that single digit, you're probably looking at this reverse split, because if I'm decreasing my number, that means I'm also trying to increase my price. See, guys, back in the pandemic days, Carnival Cruise Lines did a 10-for-1 reverse split.
Yeah, they had to put that in reverse. Things weren't looking good for Carnival.
10-to-1.
Turns out not a lot of people wanted to go on a boat close to a lot of people during a pandemic.
So, guys, fun fact, my sister, I have all of her investments. So
I was gonna say she wanted to go on a Carnival cruise. Oh
no, but check this out. So she plays around. I tell her it's her gambling money. So she does some stocks off to the side. I don't have anything to do with anything that she does over there. And it was so funny because she goes, "Hey, I have this $3 stock, and it just announced that it was going to do like a 36-to-1 reverse split. What does that mean?"
They're
So
pulling it back.
I'm all, let me put on my teaching hat for you, right? So I just basically did this for her. She's like, okay, I get it now. So basically, it's the same thing, only now we're just going in reverse, right? So if I have $8 a share, I'm going to want to increase that price, which means I'm going to, oh wait, hold on, I totally did that wrong. I like skipped a step over here, right? Let's say I have, how many shares do I want to have? I'm like trying to think of an even. Let's say I have 120 shares, right? So I have 120 shares at $8. Okay. And this company announces a 4-to-1 reverse split. Okay. Now, this is where Kaplan bugs me, is that Kaplan will present it to you this way.
And I'm gonna say this: it might not be on the exam that way. I have no way of telling you that. Because I wouldn't know that, right, Brandy?
Everybody but Kaplan, hint, 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 calls it a reverse split.
Yes.
You're not left to guess, is this reverse or forward?
No.
Everywhere but Kaplan.
Right. Everywhere. Everywhere. Everywhere.
But
everywhere. Even at testing centers, everywhere. Just want to make sure because I can't tell them.
No, you can't. Okay. So 120.
I think that was a good enough hint.
I think so.
Okay.
So we know we're going to decrease our number so that way we can increase our price, which means we're going to divide over on this side and we're going to multiply on this side and we're going to divide by 4 and we're going to multiply by 4. So that
Hey. Is it reverse of what we did just a minute ago? Oh my gosh.
And guys, can I tell you that the math is this easy everywhere?
30. 32.
Oh yeah. I don't know why was I thinking 12? That's adding.
You did math that I could finally do. I know, that's how I feel.
Guys, that's it. That's it. That's it. Now, Brandy, there's those questions that I see on my quiz Q banks that look like this. What the heck is that? I'm with you, bro.
I had you at 4-to-1. I had you at the 3-to-1. What's up with this 5-to-4, Brandy?
Okay, so let me tell you guys, these 4-to-1s, this 3-to-1 split right here, you guys, you know what we're talking about, the 3-to-1. The 3-to-1 split, you guys see that one right there? Do you guys see how easy the math was?
Yes.
This is called an even split. It just means that it's split evenly.
So I'm not going to get a remainder?
There's no remainder.
There's no carrying it over?
There's no remainder. Okay. But you guys see how there's no 1 on the 5 to 4 split? This is called uneven.
That's an easy way to remember.
Math is difficult.
Yeah, it
What
is.
the heck? There's no wait, you mean I don't take the first number and the second? No, math is difficult. So what you guys are typically gonna see is okay, I have 100 shares. Okay, I have 100 shares.
Hey guys, I don't know if you catch that. That is like a total hint. It's uneven. The math is going to be difficult.
Yeah. Okay, so this is like your typical thing that you're seeing, right? It might be in the story, whatever. And then you guys are gonna see something like this: 100 at 20, 100 at 160. You'll see 50. No, that's too on. You'll see something like 70 at 20, or you'll see like 70 at 160. Okay. Now I'm telling you guys right now, these are random numbers I made up just right now.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So I'm going to tell you, I'm going to put this on here just in case somebody checks my math later. Random. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Now, but because it's not about anything, it's not about the math. So what I do, guys, is I come over here and I look and I go, that's number, that's equal, that's lower, right?
Yes.
This is lower, this is higher, this is lower, this is higher. A 5 to 4 split, I know that my number goes up and my price goes down. Oh man, I messed up.
Oops.
Hold on. Real quick. Look, the magic of a live show.
There we go.
Okay, magic of a live show, right? So I know this part, right? I know number up, price down. So I'm just going to take a different color so you guys can see what I'm doing here. Boom, 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 right? But I also know that price is down. Price is down, price is down. That's my answer.
We call that in the arrow we trust. That's it. In the arrow we trust. Did you see any math working out there? Did we do it to figure out? No.
Nah,
You know why, folks?
I can do the
Because
math.
we're here just to pass an exam.
That's it. And honestly, guys, I have yet to see, I think there's 1 or 2 guys, we've used a multitude of Q banks, question banks, multiple brands that you guys probably have never even heard of. I have seen probably about, I'm gonna just randomly 7 to 8 different Q banks. There's been 2, maybe 3 questions where you actually had to do the math. Do you guys hear what I'm saying? Out of 7 to 8 different question banks, there's been 2 to 3 questions where I actually had to do the math.
One of our pastors said, as soon as he thought he needed to pick up a calculator, he stopped himself and said, I'm thinking too much.
Yes, guys, concept wins the question.
You put the calculator down and you just trust in the arrow.
That's it. That's it. This is passing a test. Because you want to know what, guys? Every example that I pulled about this Walmart example, they tell you. All the news outlets tell you. I don't know what I want to say. The corporate thing tells you. Everything tells you the conversion. They will say, if we closed at 150, we're going to open with this. They tell you. Do you have to do the math in the real world? No, you don't. So guess what? Probably don't have to do it. You just got to know the concept. Forward split, I'm increasing my number, I'm decreasing my price. I have the same value that I had before.
Second reason why you don't do the math and you just follow the arrow, it saves time.
So much time.
And time is of the essence when you're on a timed exam.
That's it.
So if you can bank some time, take it.
Yes. And then the last part of it, guys, is the reverse split. I'm just gluing it back together. So I'm decreasing my number and I'm increasing my price, but my value stays the same.
Simple concepts, but so easily overthought and easily gotten wrong.
Exactly.
And there you go. There you go. That's
Boom.
splits made easy. Look at that.
Yeah.
That was simple. Even if you just started, you're just like, wow, I can follow along with that.
Yep,
That was
you can.
easy. That was made together. That's what we do with our program. I'm glad that you guys liked it. We had fun today. But you know what? It's not about just this. It's about you getting in there and quizzing. Consistency is the key to everything. Consistency, 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 consistency.
Should I take a day off?
Nah, you got to do this every day. Every day?
That's right, every day.
Every day.
Every day.
Even on Sunday.
Yeah.
Twice on Sunday. Hey, just saying, sometimes some of us want to win more. You know what I mean? It's up to you.
Yep.
But right now, I want you to go do a quiz, go get your study on. Thank you all for being here. We got that live session tomorrow with all the members. And you will be back for the Studying Brew, same bat time, same bat channel. We're going to tie together some content. We're going to use some techniques and some strategies for all the different exams because we call it the Serious Six.
Very good.
So we'll see you tomorrow night. Until then, everybody, stay safe out there. Wash your hands. Don't touch your face. Don't touch your friends' face. That's all I know. And keep that positive mental attitude. PMA, everybody. Have a great night.
Thank you guys so much for being on. We super appreciate you guys. Practice those keywords, those concepts. Don't let math drag you down. We'll see you guys tomorrow. Have a great one.